Ladies, and I've got to say, geriatrics, and I am talking about me, I totally forgot to do an intro, say hello and tell you what we're doing today. We have got a really fabulous Les Paul Junior DC, and it's our corker. So let's have a listen. I'll say what I can. Okay, let's go. Time, and yes, we will start, like we do, on the noisy selection. I was going to say on the bridge pickup, but of course there's only one, so that leaves us with very little choice. This should not take long. Phrase I frequently say. Right. I don't know why anybody would want any more, to be honest with you. Right, let's see how he cleans up. Yeah, and of course, on the clean setting, I've got everything flat out. Seeing as there's only one pickup, let's have a muck about with that control that I don't feel terribly familiar with, the tone. I'll go about halfway down. Fabulous stuff. All right, let's have a look round. Yes, Fred, okay. It's chicken time. Yeah, I'll tell you what, those cats have got me on a butty. So, yes, so the Les Paul Junior. What an absolutely fabulous bit of kit this is. And what I would say about it is, again, I do feel the same way about this as I feel about the Melody Maker. Very, very liberating. So let's have a look from stem to stern. See what we've got. There's very, very little in terms of wear going on with this one. Oh no, we're starting at the wrong end, but never mind. So you've got obviously a pretty straightforward scratch plate there with a compensated wrap over lightning bar bridge, exhaust pipes at the front here, and just one tone and one volume, which is what one might reasonably expect for an instrument with just that single P90. Now, what I do like about these over the other juniors, the single cut thick body gloss finish ones, is that this is a Rise and Fall P90. With those dog-eared ones, if you want to get the action right down and you need to lower the pickup to accommodate that, you've got to take material off the ends of the dog ears to sink it down a bit, you see. But with these, of course, they're Rise and Fall. I think that, quite frankly, that is a bit of a design flaw on Gibson's part, but, well, you know what Gibson are like, you've got to love them. And really what you've got to love them about is that, I mean, this thing is, I mean, it's only 3 years old, probably a little bit more than that now, it'll be 4 years old shortly, but there's no defects around the neck area, unlike the Mexican Bender that you will have seen the unboxing of the other day. A shout out to Bax, by the way, gave him a quick call. He said, just put it in the box, send it back, we'll send you a shipping label, and get a new one out to you as soon as we can. Can't say further than that. Buy from Bax, they're brilliant. And I'm not sponsored, well, by anybody, unfortunately. So, yes, Gibson Silk Screen. Now, I did have a guy who contacted me the other day, and he said, I've been looking at that, he was looking at LPJ Deluxe, and he said the headstock logo looks slightly off centre, something I've not seen before. And so I've got probably 3 or 4 Gibsons knocking about here, and I had a look at all of them, and there are no two that are precisely the same. What you do need to look for, and we have talked about this before, but we shan't again, if you want to know if you've got a genuine Gibson, apart from taking this off and having a look inside, there are other giveaways which are pretty easy to spot. So on the back of the headstock, you will always see with a genuine Gibson, apart from it being the right shape, you will always see wings. You see, tactile. You'll see a slight difference in the grain on the very, very edges down here, probably about halfway where the Gibson Deluxe tuners are installed with the mini buttons, and I love the mini buttons. So that is one very, very big giveaway. We're always looking for, obviously, any difficulties in this area where the neck meets the head, because that 17-degree headstock angle is a particularly frail point on Gibsons. Oh, this one does have a little mark on it here. So there's a little mark on it there. There's also a corresponding little mark here on the back. Anybody want to bet themselves a jam butty what that was caused by? Quite right, clip-on tuner. Hate the things. Now, obviously with these, it's got the compensated bridge, so there's no, on the ones with the Stocktail and ABR or Nashville bridge, whichever one of the two, because there's only those two really, basically, you'll always see posts in the tunematic bit rather than screw heads. So if you see screw heads and it reckons it's a Gibson, it ain't a Gibson. And so that is your other telltale, but certainly most easily identifiable thing about whether you've got a genuine Gibson or not is the wings on the side of the back of the headstock. And of course the headstock fascia is a glued on veneer. Right, so we have on this one a rosewood fretboard, 22 frets, as with almost all Gibsons, apart from those SGs that have got 24 frets on. Not that I'm not a fan, but SGs are known for a bit of neck droop, and 24 frets is just probably unnecessary in my book, but there you go, I'm a grumpy old man. So these have got a maple neck set into a mahogany body, and this one is, well, you couldn't call it a survivor because it's not very old, but there's very, very little in terms of wear and tear on this. As I say, the biggest defect being that little mark on the headstock where there's been a clip-on. Two frets are in absolute mint condition. The P90, you'll see a number back here somewhere, is popping out exactly what we would expect to see in terms of power. It's popping out about 7.8, something like that. They should always just be slightly shy of 8. And yeah, one volume, one tone, exhaust pipe on the front, lovely, lovely things. Now, what I do want to show you, because this is going to part company with me, and what I do want to show you is the new, now I did show you a new Costa Rica, or as the Americans say, Costa Rica case. And I didn't know that this was in fact a Costa Rica case because it looked exactly like a TKL case, but no, let me quickly show you. They are superb, and I would have to say, if you saw that front on, you would definitely have a punt at it being a TKL made in Canada. But no, it is in fact made in Costa Rica. And I absolutely cannot tell the difference, apart from the lock mechanisms, or the latches, are indeed significantly different. But I gotta tell you, I like these. They're not cheap. They retail at about 200 quid. If you go onto any website, it'll tell you roughly. Why won't that help me? It's because I've not undone all the latches. And yeah, you know, it's very, very TKL alike in there. We had that black one before, as I say, with that Les Paul Classic. And quality items. So, with all of that said, thank you ever so much for tuning in, as always, and I shall look forward to seeing you soon. Ooh, the big day is getting nearer. I hope you've got everything wrapped up. And my mum, as I shall be going around to hers for Christmas dinner, as per. She's had the veg on since September. So that should be nice and soupy. Alrighty, have a lovely, rest of the thingy, and I'll see you soon. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.